Hi kids, I'm Honey, and I'm going to read you a bedtime story. Tonight's story is The Three Little Pigs, adapted by Jennifer Bodart, illustrated by Judith Mitchell. It was a fine day in the big forest. The sun shone brightly through the trees. Its warmth cheered three little pigs traveling through the woods that day. The pigs were brothers. These three brothers had just left home. The pigs hoped to find a new home of their own. A grassy meadow in the middle of the big forest seemed just the perfect spot. "What a wonderful place to make a new start," said the oldest brother proudly. "True, true," said the youngest brother. "We've been walking all day. Now that we have found our spot in the forest, let's have lunch." The little pigs spread out a blanket. As they ate lunch, they made plans. The brothers agreed they should build a house right away. But each brother had a different idea about what kind of house to build. The youngest brother, who was also the laziest, suggested a straw house. "I have the perfect plan. We can steal straw from the farmer's field," said the young pig. "We can stack 4 walls and a roof in time to plan our supper." The middle brother, who had a bit more sense, shook his head. "Stealing straw? That's bad manners," he told his younger brother. "It is also bad planning. When it rains, the straw will rot." "Do you have a better idea?" asked the youngest brother with a snort. "In fact, I do," said the middle brother. "I think wood is good." Look around you. Trees are plentiful. And best of all, trees are free. In just a few days, we can build a strong and beautiful house that can stand up to any bad weather. He was very pleased with his idea. The oldest brother cleared his throat. He often had the least to say, but he usually made the most sense. Though it is true, wood is certainly good, bricks are simply the best, he said thoughtfully. Bad weather is not the only danger to a house. What about a fire? Our house must keep us safe no matter what. "But bricks cost money," said the youngest brother, speaking with his mouth still full. "And let us not forget, a brick house takes weeks to build," said the middle brother, frowning at his younger brother's bad manners. The three brothers ate the rest of their lunch silently. They could not reach an agreement. In the end, the brothers decided to build 3 houses, one of straw, one of wood, and one of brick. The oldest brother was the last to finish. While his brothers ran among the trees, he slowly built his frame. While his brothers took naps in the sun, the oldest brother began to lay his bricks. While his brothers went to bed early and woke up late, the oldest brother steadily worked on his brick home. And while they planned their picnics, the 2 brothers laughed. They called him foolish. They called him stubborn. But the oldest brother did not pay attention. He worked until his brick house was complete, chimney and all. They had a grand picnic to celebrate. Proudly, they stood back and admired their 3 homes, one of straw, one of wood, and one of brick. The 3 little pigs soon had visitors from all around the big forest. The neighbors had nice things to say about each of the pigs' houses. Still, each brother secretly believed his house was the favorite. When the youngest pig heard a knock on the door one morning, he was happy. Someone had chosen his house to visit first. Who could it be? "Let me in," growled a deep voice. The young pig peeked through a space in the straw wall. A huge, hairy wolf crouched outside his door. He had large teeth, and he looked hungry. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the young pig. Outside the house, the wolf snarled. He was hungry, and this little pig was not making things easy. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff," roared the big wolf, "and I'll blow your house down." The wolf opened his jaws and took a deep breath. Then he let out a blast of air. Swoosh! The straw went flying. As straw drifted through the air, the wolf looked for the little pig. He spotted the pig pushing himself through the window of the wood house next door. The wolf was not happy. He ran to the door of the wood house. He banged on it with his giant paw. "Let me in," snapped the angry wolf. Inside the house, the two brothers hugged each other in fear. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins," they screamed together. "Besides, you forgot to say please." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," roared the big wolf. Once again, he breathed in and blew with all his might. Crack! The wood boards snapped like twigs. They fell together in a great pile. The wolf looked up to see the two pigs on top. As he climbed after them, they jumped through the air. The little pigs landed on the roof of the brick house next door. While the wolf howled in anger, the pigs squeezed down the chimney. The wolf leaped to the ground in front of the brick house. He saw it was the last house standing. "This has been harder than I expected," said the wolf to himself. "But soon it will be over. If I must, I will blow this house down too. Those little pigs will have nowhere else to run." By this time, the two homeless pigs had told their brother about the wolf and their ruined houses. He told them not to worry, and he continued to eat his breakfast. Outside, the wolf licked his lips as he knocked on the door. "Let me in," said the wolf in his meanest, wolfiest voice. "What bad manners," squealed the middle brother. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins," said the oldest pig, quietly and calmly. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," cried the wolf. He took his biggest, deepest breath yet. He closed his eyes and pushed the breath out. The wolf opened his eyes. The house was still standing. He blew again. Not a single brick budged. The wolf decided to try a different trick. "May I just poke my nose inside your door?" asked the wolf sweetly. "No," answered three voices from within. "May I just poke my paw inside your door?" asked the wolf, a little less sweetly. "No," answered three voices from within. "How about the tip of my tail?" asked the wolf, sounding quite fed up. "No, no, no," answered the three little pigs. "May I please have a glass of water then?" growled the wolf. "Absolutely not," said the oldest brother. "But I remembered to say please," whined the wolf. "I am afraid it is too late for manners," said the middle brother. "Little pigs, get ready," growled the wolf. "I'm about to drop in for breakfast." The pigs heard the wolf land on the roof. Quickly, the oldest brother lit a fire in the fireplace. He then sat down to warm his hands by the fire. With a giant crash, the wolf fell down the chimney and landed in the flames. He burnt the tip of his tail. "Let me out!" howled the wolf as he ran in circles. The little brother snorted. "Please let me out," asked the wolf politely. And that's just what they did. The wolf never bothered the three little pigs again. To this day, the three brothers still live in the middle of the big forest. They still take long naps in the bright summer sun. They still plan grand picnics. They still enjoy visitors, though not of the wolf kind. And the three brothers still take turns visiting each other's homes. Incidentally, their houses are now all made of brick. The end. Join me again tomorrow night for another adventure. Good night.